Good morning. Hi, guys. My name is Rohit Prakash. I'm just up really early in the morning, super motivated, super inspired. First, a really quick prayer for our nurses. God grant, um, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. A prayer for our nurses and our doctors working around the globe to cure us and help us, and all the prayers for the victims of the COVID 19, and also for the delivery people and everybody working out there right now. We really, really appreciate you. Much love and much respect to you. Uh, with that being said, I just want to give a quick shout out to Andrew Schultz, my business partner. He's definitely a busy person, powerful person. So the way he and I communicate is lots of FaceTime and lots of email messages and texts and things and phone calls and things like that. Uh, it's very important at times like right now that you can go towards your mind could take us into some really uneasy places for some people, and in the event that should happen, there's a lot of creative ways to do things. Um, you could just you can grab a piece of paper and pen and journal how you're feeling. You can, of course, you could always watch TV. There's TV is, is another fabric of just one-dimensional communication to keep your eyes and your mind entertained and keep you laughing and upbeat and smiling. And you can go on the website keepinspiring.me. Keepinspiring.me. We haven't earned any money from that as of yet. If we do, I'll let you know. We're doing this solely just for you to bring, and for me, it motivates me, and for people to uplift their spirits and to get going and get invigorated, the reinvigoration of good feelings and good emotions. I was watching Jimmy Kimmel. Shout out Jimmy Kimmel. His wife came up with this idea of dressed up Fridays during the quarantine, and every Friday everybody's getting dressed up and sending their pictures to hashtag Jimmy Kimmel, and he was showing them on his TV show. I thought that was creative and fun, and also I watched Jimmy Fallon. I think I mentioned it in my earlier posts, but I watched Jimmy Fallon today, and he had Adam Sandler on there because they're doing home shows, and Adam Sandler is by far the my favorite actor when it comes to it's uh, uh, it's Adam Sandler, and then Brad Pitt. One of my favorite movies is Legends of the Fall. There's a lot of like things about that movie and moving parts about that I can relate to, and there's a lot of personal meaning for that in that movie for me. I I sometimes I really try to get. I've never been as organized in my life. I'm 40 now. I'm 40 years old, and I've never been as organized in my life, even when I was in business, as I am right now. We just redid my room, which I'm super stoked about, super stoked about, and I mean it's like, look, I'm gonna give you a quick glimpse of things. I don't know if that got you dizzy or get you a picture or a little snippet, a tidbit of how it is to be in my life, but and here, my Yeti mug with the Yeti stickers all over it. That way you can't mistake it for anything else. It also reminds me of special people. That's something else that I do. If you're special to me and you come across my life and you came across it for a reason, I'll always shower you, or if we keep in touch, shower you with gifts, or I'll get a keepsake of something that reminds me of you every time I see it. Um, so I got this Yeti mug. Uh, and I also keep it. I always keep. I know a lot of people keep obviously keep coffee and tea and chai in it. Uh, but I bought a Yeti mug, and it's like the best. These things are like the most expensive and best things to keep things hot and cold for a very long time. And I get it now, and I fill it with water. So that's just. And then I have my espresso here in a plastic cup. I just noticed that about me. And that just speaks a little bit about the people out there that know me. That speaks a little bit about my character, and they can attest to that. They'd be laughing and say that's very Rohit. Um, and I know doctors' offices and PCP, primary care physicians, psychiatrists, mental health therapy, certain addiction groups, uh, NA, Narcotics Anonymous, AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. I know these things, these types of spiritual and group meetings are open. If they're not open, that you can contact them via. Uh, uh, they have the support hotline, or go online and look at that if you're struggling with that. Because I know alcohol sales have skyrocketed during this pandemic. Jimmy Kimmel had mentioned it, that it was up about 75%. If you find yourself just drinking and drinking, or doing things that we shouldn't, or things that you're used to, but now they're getting out of control, uh, you can call them and they can help you out. And the magic happens between some type of, I don't know what the hell it is about these type of programs, because when I was an alcoholic. I explained earlier. I am an alcoholic. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict. It's just everything is being managed and controlled and put at bay. Um, I don't know what it is, but when you go to these spiritual programs, and I'm not supposed to promote them, but so I'm not. I'm just stating facts. That when you do that, there's some type of osmosis or energy that transfers in doing steps or speaking with other people that have been through what you've been through. Because what you're thinking in your mind, if you do have some type of addiction or disease, because addiction is a disease, and it's fine to admit that, right? Whether it be a positive or negative. But when you go there and you speak with somebody, something happens to you. Your consciousness changes. I don't know what it is. If you think, everybody thinks, no way, no one has a worse story than me, and I can tell you something. For a lot of people that have known me outside of here, and or what have you, I'll tell you something. I've done a lot of things, and I would never in a million years think that people have gone through the same things and stuff that I did, and people have gone through worse. And these are professionals, just like you, just like me. And there's people that are laymen, people that are not professionals, that are just trying to get their, trying to regather their life and put it back together, and they can help us with that. A lot of people show up to meetings that are court mandated, and they end up staying because they find the fellowship, or they find the group, or they find these type of things so fantastic and so interesting that they change your lives. I could tell you first-handedly, two things changed my life. One of them is my spiritual group, and the second is my business partner. And well, three things, and then my sponsor. So spiritual group, sponsor, and business partner. Uh, Business partner, I regathered him after I went over some things with my sponsor, um, who's a great person. Had some ideas that I would never have thought of, and I just took it from there. And the best thing, and I've always been a type of creative, artsy person ever since I was younger, but I've always been business and money oriented. And the best thing about these things is you can apply or use your imagination and be creative. If you can't find beauty, create it, is my mantra, and my serenity. But the best thing we can do as people and for ourselves is you, you want to test yourselves in positive ways. Push yourself in positive ways. Like, you know, open up a line of communication with somebody that you typically don't have that much, you typically don't do a lot. Let's say, like, for us, especially in my culture, uh, I'm American. I'm proud to be an American. I was born here in the United States. I'm a citizen. I love America. But my descendants are from India and Hindu, and I speak Spanish. So for me, in our culture, and a lot of Hindus could attest to that because I'm Hindu, it's very difficult and different for us to communicate to our fathers like man to man, and just to talk about everyday normal stuff. So for us, a lot of other people in subcultures, I mean, in cultures that are subcultures of America, whether you be from Cuba, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, or Israel, and you, it's very common for you to be able to connect with your father or your parents. But with us, for some reason, we have a very hard type of shell coating, right? It's almost like we have an exoskeleton around us. But what I think it had to happen. It has to happen for me, and it had happened until this program, until I started thinking differently. And my father has just his second time having cancer, and he's 70 something. So I try to make the best of the time that I have with him, even though sometimes it drives me nuts. Is I go, I just we I talk to him about normal stuff, ask him how he's doing, if he needs help with something, and typically a lot of times when you ask people that, excuse me, typically a lot of times when you ask people that, or you start getting close to people, they think you're gonna ask them for something. So you could preface the conversation with, "I'm not here to ask you something or I want anything from you. I'm here just to, I'm genuinely concerned about you. And I'm generally just want to know, how are you doing? Is there anything I could do to help you?" You don't have to wait for someone to ask you for a favor that you care about. You can do the favor, or you can let them know if they do a specific ritual every day, like taking out the trash or cleaning up something. You could do it for them and let them know, "Hey, I did that for you today, just so you don't have to, because I see you do it for me. It means a lot to me." Or you can, I do, just this is just me personally. Everyone has their own cup of tea and how they do things. There's no right or wrong to it as long as it's genuine and it's out of love and authenticity. I just do things without people knowing, and that could be a double edged sword sometimes, because sometimes someone else will get the credit, and that's fine. You don't get pissed about that, but if they knew that you did it, that could have amplified your relationship like a gazillion times in a positive direction, and who knows where that could have gone. So, but if you want to I have a lot of karma restoring to do. Since I have a lot of karma restoring to do, I try to do as many good things as possible, even when no one's looking. That's like the definition of integrity, right? Do the right thing when no one is looking. I try to implement as much integrity as I can now. And there's a lot of people out there that I want to get in touch with that I haven't got in touch with from my past, and I think I will. And I hope you can go on to please, if you can, go to the website keepinspiring.me. If you want to see quotes, if you want to, if anywhere from Oscar Wilde to Dr. Seuss. For some reason, I'm in a Dr. Seuss phase right now. And also, I'm putting some of my videos on YouTube now. YouTube has specific requirements for some things where you need 1,000 subscribers. I only have like 4 or 5. If you can type in my name in there and just look at my content and push subscribe, you'd really be doing me a favor. And who knows if that might be some good karma for you as well. I don't know. It will, or if it won't, or if you just want to do it. I have to try to laugh more often, and I try to have, and I wrote this down. So and I have to try to be more funny. Um, Eventually that'll come up, but right off the top of my head, I don't have any any jokes. But I will say this: I did post something earlier, and it was on my Facebook page. It has like, I think, 25 clean jokes, meaning there's no bad words, and then there's no things that will offend anybody out there. Uh, the only joke that I can think of right now, and I'm probably gonna make an idiot out of myself if I haven't so already, is uh, you know, why did a horse walks into a bar, and the bartender goes, "Hey, why the long face?" Drum roll, please. Thank you. Okay, and as you can see, I'm in here. I'm quarantined, and again, I just want to I put my face stuff on and cleaned up and showered and everything, but uh, the lighting in here makes my skin a little shiny, and you can see my wrinkles. But anyways, I digress. Uh, we want to generate conversation. I want to uplift your spirits. All you teachers out there, praying for you also. You're doing an awesome job. Specific shout out to the Valherdi family. I know you're out there. I think Mrs. Valherdi is a teacher, and Chris, chop chop to you, and to the kids. I saw everybody online, and to the Nadells, the children, and the Russos, the children, the Brills. Shout out, helped me in a tremendous way in my times of need. I love you guys, and I hope everything works out well and we can communicate soon. I have to go. I have to go and today's Friday. Go on the markets. Hopefully the markets will be up so I can try to make some money in my tiny little portfolio. And I definitely, whatever joy and motivation and spiritual karma or good blessings I have, I hope I can send that energy and those vibes and transpire through the phone to you. And I hope you feel it. And I hope you have a fantastic, profitable, whether it be monetary or emotional day. And if you can't find beauty, create it. You need me, I'll be there. You can text me or you can DM me on Facebook. You can go to YouTube, type in my name, please. Subscribe if you like it. Click thumbs up. If you don't, you don't have to click thumbs down. That just means you don't like it. But I love you guys. Thanks for taking the time out to listen to me. If you have any questions, type them, write them, DM me. You're the best. We're going to get through this. We're in this together. It's in down times. Dr. Martin Luther King said this quote, Jr. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said this quote: "You don't measure a man's character in the times of comfort, but you measure the man's character in the times of discomfort." Okay, so right now is a time for all people around the world of discomfort. So we gotta help our fellow people, even if we have differences. We gotta lock them up in a box, put them to the side, and we gotta help people. Okay, whether they know it or not. It's very important. Someone helped me in my down times, and I'll never ever forget it. Never. So whatever I could do, I'm always gonna do it. Okay, guys. I love you guys. You are appreciated, each and every single individual person out there. No matter what you're going through, be happy. Try to be happy. If you woke up and got out of bed this morning, that's something to be grateful about. If you can't find beauty, create it. It's Rohit Prakash. I'm signing out. I'm gonna watch some other stuff I recorded. Take care. I'll be back. Bye bye.